I lost my grandfather to cancer, lung cancer. He died painfully from it when I was 7 years old. Later I lost 2 aunts to breast cancer, and I myself am in a high-risk category of getting breast cancer as I age. Cancer takes those from us that we love before their times, and there's a horrible impact on us as families. So I'd just like to say, fuck you, cancer. Fuck you right where it hurts.
Fuck cancer.
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 All I have to say is fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer. Fuck cancer. Fuck cancer. And fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer.
I found a note with your name and a picture of us, even though it was framed and covered in dust. It's the map in my mind that sends me on my way. They say it's never too late to stop being afraid, and there is no one else here, so why should I wait? And in the blink of an eye, the past begins to fade. So have you ever been caught in a sea
And we are live. What is up, everyone? But Billy finally fucking joins us.
Hey, he came out of buttfuck nowhere to get here. You're welcome.
He showed up. He showed up during the emotional intro. He just kind of slid in the back door like Billy's known for doing.
Only at your house.
Let's wait for Billy.
Like,
Let's do this.
Billy, where the heck are you, man?
Right.
I'm here.
Even Mel has tortilla soup waiting, and we had to start on time because Billy just late as always.
Yeah, every time we're late, it's Billy's fault. You can take that to the bank, guaranteed.
It's not the upside down cheeseburgers.
Yeah, that's part of it.
It's partially the upside down cheeseburger.
Billy was in bumfuck Egypt getting an upside down Whopper. It's the last place you can find him.
I was in bumfuck Delaware. That says a lot.
Oh, nice.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
so just Delaware then.
I imagine the highway. I imagine the highway system. Yeah, I imagine the highway system in Delaware is probably a lot like Connecticut, where like if you have to get to one end of the state to the other in like a diagonal sort of fashion, you have to go around the whole fucking thing.
No, because it only takes an hour and a half to go from the top of Delaware to the bottom. And like the widest part of Delaware, it only takes about 45 minutes to get across it.
Because it's only slightly larger than Rhode Island, right?
That's not even a fucking state, dude.
The first.
I don't know. It's bigger than Rhode Island. Rhode Island's a state. So.
It is bigger than Rhode Island.
I still say Rhode Island's just Connecticut's beachfront property.
And Connecticut's not that much bigger than Delaware.
Not by much.
Mm-mm. Yeah, all the northeastern states are just fucking tiny little shitholes.
Well, because after we
blowjob.
stopped being colonies, we got really tired of each other and all just sort of split off.
Fair.
All right, so real quick, guys. While I do appreciate the super chats, I won't be able to get them until like we reach 100 and stuff like that. Then I have to go through and put them through the donation. So if you could, there is a link in the description below for the Fuck Cancer found the fundraiser that we're the crowdfund change we're doing. I just dropped it right back in. Link. Yeah. So if you could, if you want to donate to the Fuck Cancer, I will take that $2.79 and I will put it once we get it, or I'll just donate it myself once I get paid, and we'll put it through there. So
we'll put that to the Fuck Billy fund, though. It's a different one altogether.
That one's always free. You don't need a fund for that.
So now we know what you're doing in bumfuck.
Pretty much.
Yeah, they got it per the mouth.
The amount of people that actually sound like that. Ugh.
So tonight, tonight we are raising money for Fuck Cancer. If you don't know what Fuck Cancer is, it is it's actually in the name. It is a cancer awareness organization. They help. They got their sort of kind of like their Make-A-Wish, which is called Dying to Live. That's what it's called. And what they do is they take kids, families, what you've seen in the intro, take them to games and stuff like that. Take them to see their favorite bands, go behind the scenes and stuff. And it's a really cool organization. I got introduced to it when we went to Carolina Rebellion, and the organization is just awesome. They also have a YouTube channel. They have a Twitter, website. All of it's down below. So that's who we are raising money for. And yeah, so it's really fucking cool. And I'm excited to do this. We got some great stuff lined up tonight. TTOR, if you don't know who he is, finally made a response video back to us a year later. He's actually able to spread today. He took a 11-minute video of ours and turned it into a 40-minute video, so I had to cut that shit down. Real quick.
Those are always super fun.
You would think, since it took him an entire year, this is going to be like a really well thought out, well structured response video to the fucking Geek Room. which is hilarious in its own right. But no, it's fucking not.
What I'm going to
Wait, how
say
did
is,
Rekeen not get shameful
Right?
display?
We're slightly less lowbrow than
I
Howard
don't-
Stern, and people are responding to us. What?
Oh my goodness.
Let's see what these four assholes have to say. Nothing useful. Got it.
How about
that's why he didn't make shameful. His whole life is just a whole shameful display. So
No,
I
but he
think-
made fun of a pug.
shameful existence?
I'm the first
How do you-
donation, guys.
You have dishonored
Hooray!
your family. Shameful display.
If we were doing this on Thursday, I'd be.
Felicia obviously had a problem with him saying that
Oh,
all
this
young
guy.
creationists are liars.
Yeah, this
so
guy.
X, the main
Kissed
host,
in
decided to
therapy.
try to clarify what he means by that.
He looks like
If you think that the
McLovin.
Earth is 6,500 years old, you're a fucking liar.
all right, hold on. Pause this real
Maybe
quick.
not lying to yourself, but
Pause
you're
this real
wrong.
quick.
And so by you propagating that, you are lying to everybody else.
So let me get.
All right, so
I can't disagree with him.
Yeah,
I
just
thought I was-
because you don't,
oh,
just because you don't Oh, shit, think it's you're guilty Inception. of telling a lie doesn't mean that you aren't guilty of it. You know, you can feel or believe that you're not telling a lie when in fact you actually are, and that Someone at the end of the tell day that still makes you a asshole to fucking liar.
shut up.
I don't like that guy automatically.
Ignorance is no excuse of the
Oh.
law, for example.
So I don't think ignorance is an excuse here either.
Hey,
You're still, it's still
it's
not
an Make
factually
America Great
accurate,
hat
and
in your
you're
books.
spreading it.
That's weird.
That's a lie.
So far, there's been no commentary. It's been almost a
Whatever,
thing,
Ben
but-
Carson.
Hey.
Oh, but fucking get all over this dude's ass for explaining exactly what he meant.
Oh, there's like two things wrong with here. First of all, he's like, oh, you're getting all over him for explaining what he meant. But what did you do? You showed X saying that all young Earth creationists are liars because the worldview they have is false. And so by spreading it to others, they're lying to other people. Therefore,
Yes.
the young Earth creationist is a liar. And you just regurgitate what he said. If you hadn't
Because it's
actually
right.
paused the video
This guy would
right
have a
before
good
I gave
radio
my
voice.
answer to that, you would know what my argument against that claim would be.
Dog
So
shit.
I'm going to go over to my channel, and I'm going to show the clip again where X explained why he says all young Earth creationists are liars. And then I'm going to show my answer to that argument. So here we go.
Why don't you just?
If you think that the Earth is 6,500 years old, you're a fucking liar. Maybe
are
not
wrong.
lying to yourself, but you're wrong. And so by you propagating that, you are lying to everybody else.
So let me get this straight. If a young Earth creationist believes that his worldview is true, and he attempts to share his worldview with others in an attempt to convert them to his worldview, that makes all young Earth creationists liars?
Yes.
Seriously? Have you even read the dictionary? Lying involves intent. In order to prove that all young Earth creationists are liars, you would have to show that they know that their worldview is false, but they deliberately deceive people into believing in young Earth creationism.
Wait, is
you
this
would
Big
have
Shoot?
to prove that, and you can't.
Yes,
So
we
I
are
have to
technically
ask,
living
are you functionally illiterate? Or are you
There's no
deliberately
intent
deceiving
in
your
the
audience about what the term
Brand? The
liar
Oxford
means? Rena
There's no
obviously
intent.
did.
And that
Alright,
was my
pause it real
response
quick.
to X saying that, well, because you're spreading a false worldview, that makes you a liar. And the functionally illiterate part was an inside joke because
On
the
the bright
Utah
side, he did
Outcast
upgrade
put
his
out a
camera
video
since the
earlier in the year, I
last
believe
video.
it was, where they claimed that Donald Trump was functionally illiterate. So I was throwing the joke right back. I was throwing that claim about Donald Trump right
He's
back.
got
in
too
the
much of a
face when I made that
vocabulary to
comment.
be illiterate. What are you talking about?
But let's see
He
if
has
you
the
got
biggest
anything in
words.
these last
Wait.
few
That's
seconds.
best
No,
ones.
because that's just
Best-
a horrible
very
thing
stable
to do.
genius,
To give
guys.
exposition
Come
as
on.
to why you
Get the
said
best
what
and
you
the biggest
said.
woods.
God, that's just awful.
Oh,
You really got
okay.
it, Justin. You, fuck. These guys ought to shut their channel down now.
Oh,
Hey,
I
Boo,
never
can you pause it real
insinuated
quick?
they should shut.
All right, so
I looked up the definition of liar. There's nothing involving intent in the Oxford Dictionary definition. It's
Yeah, I
just a
didn't-
person who tells lies.
I didn't think so.
Here's my hot take on it. Okay, if you have people telling you that something's not true, and you willfully are like, yeah, okay, I don't believe you, and they keep perpetuating that particular lie, and they keep pushing that particular narrative, they are contributing to the lie problem, whether or not they want to believe that. I mean, I don't know. I think that's a bit of psychosis, because some people genuinely believe their lies. They genuinely believe that. So even habitual liars,
Sure.
after a while, they will sit there and say the same thing. They could say, oh, something as easy as back in the day. Y'all remember Blockbuster Video?
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are be some people that I know that'd be like, I totally returned that video you loaned me. I totally returned it. And they kept saying it so often, and then they just genuinely believed that they returned the video. But no, it was in the back of their freaking car. I'm like, I'm not paying Blockbuster $200 for this stupid freaking video that I loaned you because you lied to me. No, I thought I did. But it's just like they didn't. They put it in their car and they freaking left it there. And they just, so I'm like, are you a liar? Or do you just lie all the time? And then after a while you believe your lies. So it's kind of like
you've got people who are like habitual liars that are like a psychological thing where like they don't even realize they're lying anymore. It's just what they do. It's the weirdest fucking phenomena I've ever seen in my life.
It's
but
strange.
It's the weirdest. But as far as this particular individual's argument or lack thereof is concerned, I'll take an armchair Facebook debater's position on this and say, appeal to ignorance fallacy, my dude. Like, yeah, no, they're still, even if they don't know any better, they're still lying.
I'll
They
say
might not
this:
know
it's been
it.
a while since we've seen Justin Derpy here, but it's nice to see he finally made it out of the closet. Not too far from it, but there it is.
I
You can see it right
don't
back
even
there.
know who this person is. I just, they look like McLovin.
Ad hominem attack, okay?
Yes, it is.
Justin
Welcome
Derpy.
to my portion of the Geek Room. Ladies and gentlemen, these are my contributions.
Legit.
Why is he taking us seriously?
I don't know.
Yeah, why is anybody taking us seriously?
Because nobody else is talking about this asshole. So he has to take this seriously. Like, dude, this whole video, you're going to sit here and you're going to say, if you say it once, you say it a million fucking times. They're not addressing my arguments. They're just making fun of me. Because A, that's fucking easy to do. And B, you don't have any fucking arguments. The Utah Outcast at this point made you look like a fucking idiot. We didn't have to do anything but just like swoop in and pick up the scraps. What the fuck, dude?
I did fucking videos where it took me like a bunch of time to edit and a bunch of time to record and go through piece by piece and do like fun little, responses to stupid shit. And that didn't get much, traction or anything. But me, like, watching Richard Spencer at a college campus doing a fucking, I don't know, trying to do a speech, but he was whining on the stage the entire time. Me calling him a twink for 10 minutes seemed to get, like, way more views. So, you know what? I'm going to make fun of people now, because well-thought-out arguments don't get the views.
And here's the thing, like, he took... Again, 11-minute video and spread it out to 40 minutes because he kept pausing after we made a joke on him. And again, it was ad hominem attacks, but again, the video was boring. He made really cringy jokes, so we made jokes about the cringy jokes. He had terrible cuts because he would literally just stare at the camera for like a second. And then go to his next thing. So we made jokes about that and kind of laugh about that. And he was butthurt for literally about, I'm going to say about 35 minutes. And then the 4 minutes that I cut out is him addressing us apparently not addressing his argument.
You know what? I'm not going to make the joke I was going to make because that would be horribly ableist of me. I'm not going to do that. That would be mean. That'd be terrible. I'm just going to take a sip of my shit cup and be done.
You should make the joke. You should just type it in the side chat so I can see it and laugh at it. Somebody super chatted what I was thinking about here. I didn't know he had shorts on. I know I don't like to wear shirts, and this is a rare time, but I guess he does have shorts on. He's very upset.
Who wears shorts?
Did he borrow some from you? Like, what's going on?
I think he's going for the creepy gym teacher look from the 80s.
Is he? Yeah,
I think he's going for that. Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah, and then it ends up getting fired after 15 years because like there's some 30-year-olds that come in and like start a lawsuit over him doing weird shit to them.
That's
yeah,
derpy.
and then he's like walking along where people are. I had a creepy gym teacher in the 8th grade, and he would have us dress out in these baggy shorts, and then we'd be doing sit-ups, and he'd walk along where our feet are and just kind of. I'm like, God, this is cringy. It's just
Mr. Derpy, I don't want to do any more toe touches.
I'm a tiny person, so all of my gym uniforms are covered on my so.
You know who it reminds me of? Has anybody watched the show Big Mouth yet?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Seen bits.
Yeah.
Do not say.
I saw I saw the gender spectrum song. I thought that was neat.
You remind you of the hormone monster?
No, it reminds me of Caleb.
It reminds me
of Caleb, the guy who couldn't like communicate, like Caleb, that kid.
Justin has the same problem.
I didn't make that connection. I just looked at him and thought, wow, this is another incel lives with his mom probably, but I don't know. I'm just being mean.
You know, if the camera was a little bit lower, we'd probably be seeing brain right now, I think.
Yeah, not much of it.
That wing.
Just a little bit.
Thank God he knows how to work a camera.
Just a little bit hanging out there, you know.
Is that a mushroom boy?
You're crediting
still a
him with
headset
an
from his
overabundance of dick and brains, both. Just saying.
Dick and brains. I'm still looking for the squeaky dick we were talking about in the pre-show. No luck.
I'm telling you, you just got to get a cod piece, and then you slip in a squeaker from a toy, and you're set. Halloween next year is sorted for you, Brand.
DIY.
Squeaky pirate dick, you know?
Yo, you get that, and then you get some very simple LED wiring, so you can have like a squeaky light show going on. It'd be great.
Dude.
You get some cum lube from baddragon.com to go with it? Yeah.
Fuck yes. I'm going to make a tribute
come
band
with
to that
anything.
one dude that's like, can you quack like a duck when you suck? And he just flips his wiener around the whole video.
Yeah.
Band
And then one
incoming.
guy walks up and like palms it.
Yeah. Yep, that's a dick. Confirmed.
Confirmed. That
Yes,
is
okay,
a
so-
penis.
Is the summation that this guy, he has a particular definition of lie or liar or lying that has to do with intention, and he's upset that people supposedly mischaracterized young earth creationists because they are demonstrably misinforming people, and so the label that you guys chose to give them was a mistake on your part. Like, is he quibbling over the label? Because that's
that was something we hadn't even actually said that. We just kind of agreed with the wording on how he had put it. Was that like, yeah, because there are a lot of people out there who are religious that know that it's not legitimate. These are just stories. And I mean, to those people, what do you say?
The majority of the religious peoples believe that, like, yes, indeed, the Earth is billions of years old, as opposed to like, what is it, 1,000, something like that? I don't even fucking know.
Like 6,000.
6,000. Yeah.
I mean,
6,000 or 4,000.
He seems pretty animated. Like, he seems like you guys got under his skin. That's a good job, by the way. But he just like upset with that.
It
I
really seems
don't
like
know
it doesn't
to tell
take much under this guy's skin, to be quite honest.
He's been boiling about this for a year apparently, because like we said, we made the video he's referencing here like literally over a year ago. I think it was July of 2018 or something like that.
It can't be that old. I thought I misheard you. It can't. Like a year. Like, he decided just to go back in the archives and go, you know what? I really need to address this. This has been bothering me. I've been losing sleep. Let me go.
What I think that happened was like he used some kind
He
of
Googled
like
himself.
PD vid, and he didn't Google himself, but in PD vid you can put in your channel name and it'll pop up like whoever's talked about it or has it in and stuff like that. And he found himself, and he decided to make a video then. So he explains
Do people
that.
really do that?
Apparently so.
Yeah.
People
wanted
really
to see
like.
who was talking about it.
Really?
Okay,
I've never given a shit, but okay, all right.
Let's put this into perspective though. He found a video that was over a year old, says in this video that we don't address anything that he said and it was pointless. So why the fuck are you making a video?
To show you how much he doesn't care about it, because that's what you do when you don't care about it. You talk about it
right
incessantly. And matter of fact, you take a small clip and you turn it into a 40-minute long one because you don't care about it. That's to show your dedication to not caring.
The first thing was
I can comment so much just on this one thing. It's fine.
I feel like he needs a hug with a bat.
And then he,
but, I mean,
and then he left a comment on one of our videos so we would see this video because he knows no one knows where he is on BitChute now.
Oh,
it's good
okay.
stuff.
So why isn't he on YouTube? Is there a story behind that?
He walked away from YouTube in protest.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
why we
okay.
stopped covering him.
In
Protest of what?
Talk about no. It's the same thing that
I
Brett
am
King was. I guess I don't know.
He was being
Wait,
censored.
He was being censored. It had
Wait, you
nothing
said-
to do with his awful content.
Yeah, on
No.
BitChute, he is TTOR. I can't
So
remember.
okay, so because I typed in Justin Derby after you guys were talking about him, I got the Iowa State Sex Offender Registry. I figured that might be wrong, so I wanted to double check. So I did find him now. Now that I know he's on BitChute, yeah, TTOR. I have found him. Yeah.
Maybe that's what was on BitChute.
Is he really the creepy gym teacher? Is that how it's come out now?
Because were we correct by accident?
Truth, the objective reality.
Oh, that would explain his Halloween costume going as a predator. Oh, guys, I'm just going to predator this year. Also, could you sign this that I'm telling you? Just to keep the costume going. Okay.
Get to the chopper.
Sorry, I found his channel. I mean,
Truth.
if he's not going to shoot up somebody's school the next 6 months, it's either that or, you know, please watch yourself on Tinder because I don't like.
I just hope
Now
somebody
one
has a list.
swiping whatever direction for him.
Can
Wait,
we
you
get
know
somebody
what?
who's
He's
got a list?
He's probably one of the
Drives him over
guys
the
that I've
edge.
had to read his Craigslist posts. Like he's probably one of those fuckers.
I have a question. What
up,
would
yo?
he wear on a date? Would he wear the creepy gym
That-
teacher outfit? Because he's presenting
Yes.
that to the world.
That
Would
It has
he
to be
show
that
up and
Jesus
like,
shirt.
I'm gonna take you to Hooters for some hot wings, and I'm gonna wear my creepy gym shorts just so I can represent the Hooters ladies who are wearing the same outfit I am. And you know,
No, the Hooters is of the devil.
but
He has to
just
take you
looks
to
like
Soup
he works
Plantation.
at Hooters.
Real
know,
good
you
Jesus
can find
Hooters.
kindred spirits there.
What's
Looks
his?
like he's about to
What's his-
break out some action figures here on the floor he's sitting on.
Oh my god!
He has a play school desk in front of him. Like what? So what is his background? Does anybody know what he's? Did he go to a?
It's his closet.
Christian
I bet it's
seminary?
in his bedroom.
Yeah, that right there.
He actually spends about 3 minutes of this video talking about how he went to a very, very prestigious school that I've never heard of. But
Oh,
he
really?
went there and he had all the
116th
links.
of the
DeVry
United
University doesn't count, my dude.
Grand
Phoenix,
Canyon.
Arizona.
Neither does Trump University.
Liberty
Yeah, right.
University.
PragerU.
Or Wayland Baptist University.
Bob
He
Jones
went to
University.
fucking PragerU.
He didn't show up, by the way.
Y'all invited him?
No, but he didn't show up
Yeah,
I know. I
yesterday.
invited him. He told me.
The Iowa State sex offenders did, but
If he thought the jokes when it was just me and Brent are bad, dude, you got a lot of saltiness coming at you. And,
Yeah.
so but, no, he told us.
you got
like,
me and Billy, which like combined
Yeah.
is no.
you got
Not
about
to mention,
one,
we've already covered the basics on you over the like 10 episodes I think we featured you on or something like that. So I mean, it's all out there now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you,
interview him
man.
So bad.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
sit
please
here and make
interview
fun
the
of the
guy.
way he looks because I don't know who he is.
You know he's just going to be aroused by that, Anna.
Just
So I don't know what you're going to do that.
I bet if he makes a response next time, you won't be able to wear those shorts this time.
Like the The first question is like, how is the Earth only 4,000 years old if you look like a caveman? Like, you look like something from 20,000 years ago. Calm down.
He's got some of that like lingering Neanderthal genetics going on, man.
Yeah, man. The Neanderthal variants are strong with this one.
You know, I'm getting like this weird vibe off of him though. Like he'd be like, "Would you like fries with that?" That's just in my head right now. It's like,
Oh my god, yeah.
There's no way he doesn't work at a Chick-fil-A.
He probably does.
Have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day.
Justin, what
I
you
work
back there
for
doing? I'm making my special bechamel sauce. Leave me alone.
That's the most non-Christian place I've ever worked at. Honestly, I worked at Chick-fil-A for 2 years in high school, and that is the most non-Christian place I've ever worked at. It was horrible. They take advantage of the labor laws to the point it's ridiculous, and I'm just like, y'all suck. And then I'm like, oh, I got a better job coming on. Peace out, man. God.
I've got a good long look at this motherfucker now. I want to see this guy and the wanker scab guy get into a fight.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I got my money on King Cobra.
King Cobra.
Drag,
Yeah.
say you had to make a Chick-fil-A sandwich because I worked there.
He seems
Grind the
more
breast.
rough around the edges.
That's it.
Yeah, but the wanker scab guy lifts. We already saw that.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah, it's gonna be a slobber knocker regardless between these two.
Get him in
Quite
the
literally.
octagon. Get Joe Rogan on fucking commentary. It'll be a good show.
Fuck yes.
I don't think those two would actually get it. Look, they would get in the ring and they'd be more likely to start making out than actually fighting. So I'm just throwing it out there.
Let's start seeing a happy slap.
So take it for that, you know.
Have us a good old bitch boy slap fight.
I'd pay money.
Bring it back.
You know, maybe they'll start like wrestling. They'll start wrestling, and then it'll turn into some weird Christian porn.
It'll
The
end up
Gandhi
like that
Bros.
fucking. You know that porn that's like chicks that are wrestling, and the first one to orgasm loses.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that the plot to hentai?
Not hentai. Live action.
Y'all
porn.
know some things I don't. I'm impressed.
I don't know what it's called, but I'm sure
Take
some
it,
people in our
Vaughn.
audience know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
It's called La Blue Girl.
La Blue Girl.
No,
I
not
know about La Blue
the
Girl. That's
anime.
the hentai stuff. I thought the freaking like
Yeah.
wrestling until the first girl who orgasms loses. I've not heard of that.
Yeah. And then it just turns into
Ultimate
porn.
Surrender?
After that.
Interest peaked.
That's actually the plot to Fudabu episode 3. And yes, that is hentai.
You know, I haven't heard that
What's
one, but
the
I would.
timestamp?
The whole episode
Billy
is
has
about
plans
that.
for later.
The whole episode is just about
No,
that.
I just want to see like the exact second Dragnauct. I'm like, yeah.
Billy just
You
paid
probably
for a
have the
Crunchyroll
timestamp.
subscription.
I don't know if you get that on
Type it in,
Crunchyroll. do
it's
you?
free.
That's the
No,
back
I get
room, you know. You got to get the back room.
Just go on
Costs
X on
extra.
X. I'll probably find it.
There you go, Billy.
It's on Hentai
Alright,
Haven.
we spent about.
Oh,
Yeah, we're done.
He calls me he called me a turd nugget toward the end of the video.
That
Called
was
you a
That was pretty
turd nugget?
interesting.
hard.
He
The
called
whole
me a
fucking video.
fucking turd nugget.
He's like, that's turd nugget. And I was like, oh shit.
I don't even remember what I said that pissed him off so bad, but like that to him, like that's yeah. That was like
That's
a
like the
big
F word.
insult. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
no.
Turd
It's like
nugget.
the F word and the C word and a couple of other
Yeah.
words combined in like different fucking languages. Like what the
Me crab.
fuck, you crap?
This guy's a total fucking me crab.
Oh, Lord.
All right, let's go ahead and head into some news.
You poopy head.
Oops, spackled fart muppet.
You know, I'm not inclined to continue an interview with a person who's badly motivated.
Gotta find out.
Here's the video.
We're not covering this, all right?
We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated.
And he does.
would never have sex with children. I don't like having sex with
Oh
children.
my God,
I
Alex.
am not a Democrat. I don't like having sex with children.
shut your mouth and let me answer the question, all right? I'll be happy to
Oh,
answer.
Vinnie Mac.
Oh my god.
It's me, Austin.
Epic as
All right.
fuck.
The former President and First Lady Barack and Michelle Obama holding their third annual Obama Foundation Summit in Chicago earlier today. They took audience questions and spoke about empowering the next generation of leaders. They also talked about racism and how to be effective political activists. Let's discuss now. Charles Blow is here, Jen Psaki as well. So good to have both of you on. Thank you so much.
Good to be here.
Jen, the former president talked about being a little too pious about politics. Listen.
You know, this idea of purity and you're never compromised and you're always politically woke and all that stuff. You should get over that quickly. The world is messy.
No one decided that.
There are ambiguities.
I know. I
People
was
who
president.
Do really good stuff. Have flaws. Like if I tweet or hashtag about how you didn't do something right or used the wrong verb, or then I can sit back and feel pretty good about myself. Because, man, you see how woke I was? I called you out.
Grammar, please.
Let me get on TV, watch my show, watch Grownish. You know, that's not activism. That's not bringing about change.
Who's that message for? Is that a message for Democrats right there, Jen?
I think in part, and people running, but also certainly for the party. I think at times the reaction to Donald Trump has been to kind of put out these purity tests that say if you don't meet these bars, if you're not with me on every single issue and you don't check every single box, then you can't be a part of the party. It is good to have big dreams and big aspirations. And I worked for Barack Obama for 10 years. There are a lot of things like making a deal with Iran and healthcare, Obamacare, that nobody thought was possible. That's important and should be a part of what the Democratic Party stands for. But if we are launching purity tests and saying you can't be a part of us, we're going to have such a small party that we're not going to be able to win. And, I think I was so great to see them out there. I'm biased, I know, but it was kind of soothing in the age of Trump to hear them out there and see them out there. And, he governing is not about saying you don't agree with me, you can't be a part of the conversation. That was important, I think, for people to hear, because
am I the only one getting the feeling that Obama's setting up for the inevitable when he's like, hey guys, don't look at my way towards the atrocities I committed toward my presidency?
Talking really candidly about racism.
I'm the good guy, remember?
All right, pause this.
I can't make people
Shush. Quiet, Michelle.
Yeah. No, it just it seems to me like it's almost like maybe we shouldn't hold everyone to these really high standards because I mean, we all have fond memories of Obama, but let's not kid ourselves. He wasn't exactly a very progressive president either. And there are definitely some things that were done in his presidency that if were brought up now, just a few years later, people would probably take much more umbrage with than they did then.
I'd say he was if anything, left of center. He wasn't like a full lefty kind of guy.
No.
I saw somebody posted some time ago, I don't remember exactly where, about how voting for a candidate isn't voting for the perfect thing. It's voting for the closest thing to what you want to see happen. So I think when we voted for Obama, of course some of it was simply because we wanted to see, a black president because Jesus Christ, can we please have somebody else besides a fucking middle-aged white guy? But he was the last combo breaker since Kennedy. So fucking, it was a lot of people were voting for him to see as close to what we wanted at the time as we could potentially get. And it really, as far as all the other Democratic primary candidates that we had when he ran, we didn't really have that with the rest of them. It wasn't good enough with the rest of them. But yeah, no, Obama totally, there was a lot of stuff that was really fucked up that happened during the time. But, we got stuff done, the gays can marry on a federal level now. It's done. Like nothing can be done
I think
about that
that
now.
is, as far as the American Health Care Act, that is exceedingly
That was a step in the right
important.
direction.
It was, there was a lot. I think he had
Eh.
to, just for the sake of getting any progress done, he had to compromise a lot of things. But we see with the current POTUS, there is no compromise. There's nothing. It's, I want to get rid of this, so I'm going to do that. And then the Supreme Court has to say, yeah, no, that's unconstitutional. That's not allowed. And so it's
Well, I
frightening.
remember during Obama's time that there was a lot of times where he was trying to do stuff and like the Republicans would shut the fucking government down for like a week because
Yeah, they're
there
good
was
at that.
something happening they didn't like.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like the ACA thing, wasn't that one of them? Even though it was inevitable that was going through, there was really nothing they could do about it. It was signed in a sealed deal, and they still shut the fucking government down for like a week.
Yes.
Yep. Someone read One Fish, Two Fish, like 3 hours.
It makes
It was a bluefish too.
Oh
Didn't see that shit coming.
it's just frustrating. It's just I cannot read politics news every single day because it absolutely makes me want to put my head through the wall. Because I'm like,
The only thing I've been following is the impeachment proceedings because it's hilarious.
oh my god, did you read the transcript? Yes, that's why.
No,
you're
we haven't.
reading.
You haven't released it yet.
No, my favorite
I-
thing was
I
those
want to see them though.
the group of Republicans that quote unquote stormed in to where they were having their private hearings, and it's
Like half
all
of them
over
were
the fucking
supposed to be
news.
there anyway.
Yeah, like the majority of them have been asked specifically to fucking be there.
They
And
were
they
they
treated
were on
it-
the list to be there.
Yeah, and they treated it like these guys were like some big ballsy motherfuckers busting up in, you know.
We're not allowed to be there except for we're not allowed to be there except for Jeff, Tim, Tommy, everyone but me and Joe.
Pretty much. And it was our idea to come up here, so you know.
Oh god.
Bad to the motherfucking bone.
I feel like
wanna
this is
see-
like a disaster movie that we're just waiting.
feel like-
it's
I feel like I'm watching like in real time because every day before I go to work, because I wake up a couple hours beforehand just so I have enough time to wake up and be functional, so I don't punch a customer in the face. I watch stuff on YouTube, and I've taken to watching the impeachment stuff. And the more I watch Trump, the more it feels to me like he's sort of slowly metamorphosizing into the ghost of Richard Nixon, but dumber. And it is a lolcow for me.
He's not a crook.
For me specifically. I don't know about anybody else, but for me, watching this is hilarious.
man, I
Nothing
can't watch
happened.
it.
I didn't ask for that thing to happen. Totally asked for that thing to happen. I never said that.
I just
Here's a clip of you saying that.
Oh, the people defending him are the best though. Oh, it's the best of the fucking best.
Oh, you gotta see that in real time later this month.
Oh god.
The only one I saw that had like
definitely.
a shred. The only one that I saw that had like a shred of like, yeah, okay, I kind of get what you're talking about was Nikki Haley saying that like none of the things that he's being talked to about or the inquiries going on about happened and the funds were still released. So like she's saying it'll be more difficult to try and get him, but like at the same time, like I don't know. I feel like the United States, president trying to blackmail a country into doing something is kind of maybe not have that guy.
Just because you set up to commit a first-degree murder doesn't mean they let you go because you didn't commit it. It's like
Exactly.
Yeah, isn't that like
what did Nate call it?
conspiracy to or
there you go.
attempt, depending?
Yep.
Oh my god.
I feel like this would be attempted bribery or blackmail, extortion.
You
I
gotta
keep
love
saying
when
quid pro
Republicans
quo.
go.
Stop doing that.
Yeah, because Republicans go, that's not against the law. I'm like, yeah, because that's technically called bribery. It's just a different word we're using for it. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel like the news media should stop using the term quid pro quo simply for the undereducated. Like if you use a term like extortion or blackmail, it'll be a little easier for them to digest. You say something like quid pro quo, and they're like, "What is this college learned Latin shit?" Like they don't know what the fuck.
French.
You know, I just think it's
almost
funny
as bad
that
as people. Go ahead.
As
Oh,
people
no,
what?
Go ahead, finish.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
no, finish that
it's
thought.
almost as often as people misuse ad hominem in our little weird community here.
True.
My favorite one is
That
ad hoc ergo propter hoc. Nobody ever uses it. It's my favorite one because it's ridiculously long.
Straw
No,
man.
but,
That's my favorite. That's a straw man. I'm quoting your
straw
words
man.
to you. I'm literally repeating back your words. It's
But it
I'm not
sounds
listening
bad.
to what you
Making me
say.
sound bad.
The thing is, some of us here on the Geek Room, we could say that we have no filter, but some people have no filter in a different sense where they totally should, because like everything just spills out of their mouth and then they forget they fucking said it and then claim they never said it.
Yeah.
See, I have a face that does that. I'm like, did I just show that
Yeah.
face out loud? I'll just
No,
be like,
my face needs a, like a guard dog or something. Like something needs to happen here because it just.
make that face out loud.
My voice is saying "having a nice day." My face is saying "kill yourself."
Yeah.
It's like smiling while you're crying. It's that kind of thing, you know.
Mhm.
But no, this whole Trump thing, it kind of bothered me for a while there. It's like you literally have evidence of this man breaking the emoluments clause in the Constitution, but no politicians seem to be wanting to go in that direction because that will mean that they are going to be looked at whenever they try to make absorbent amounts of money off their political standpoints and whatnot. It's very interesting to see how they will not go after him for that.
I've noticed that. You know what? Really, it makes me think. Like, what does Donald Trump know about these people? What did they do at a party in front of him one time?
PP.
Like, what
Here's the
what
thing,
did they
though.
do?
If they don't also get rid of Pence, he's worse than Trump. So they need to
That's-
bring.
yeah.
They're gonna have to.
I'm fine with
Shock
Pence for a
master?
year. I want to see what he tries to do that doesn't get
No, fuck that.
succeeds.
No, Pence
No,
is
it's
not-
gonna
I
be
feel like
adorable.
the Democrats. I feel like the Democrats would run roughshod over him because he's just kind
Yeah.
of. He's kind of
He's
squirrely.
really white
He doesn't.
toast. Like he's not
Yeah.
gonna complete. He's gonna come up and like, we gotta change all the history books to say before 6,000 years. Bullshit. And then just like,
Yeah, no, we're not
okay,
doing that.
this is gonna be great.
I'm way
pretty
more
bad.
concerned about
He's
Trump
into
in the election than Pence.
Oh yeah, Pence is gonna lose.
I don't think Pence would run. I don't think he'd even. Well, because you cannot run even if you're like the actual president. You can just say, "Hey, I'm not running again." So I don't think he
Then
would.
I don't know who they'd be running. John Kasich again.
What the fuck are the Republicans doing right now for the primaries or gearing up
He
for the
should be
primaries?
vetting someone right now.
Because I know
Like,
the Democrats have been going hard.
They haven't
Well-
even tried to look at anyone. They're not prepared for step 2. There's no plan B. Plan B is
Yeah.
massive.
Does anybody
Plan
know what
B
the
is for
Libertarians are?
abortions.
Are they running what's the tits again?
I
Yeah,
don't
right.
know,
Plan B.
but let me just say, I'm so excited that Rage Against the Machine is coming back. That's like the best news I've had.
My Chemical
like,
Romance came back from the war.
Yeah,
I don't
but
care about
Rage
either
though.
of those bands.
I do.
I care about MCR.
I can't afford to
Oh.
see either of them live.
I don't
Rage
want to.
Against, but I know they're going to Coachella, but they're going to do other stuff. I've seen Rage. Rage opened for you too, which was freaking
You're old.
weird.
I feel like that'd be a really good show.
The boomer joke.
That was,
Even
you
if
know,
you're not a
okay,
huge
word.
fan,
That's
just
to say it was the
Back-
word. No, it's not.
Back in, you boomer.
Not testifying.
Gen X, man. I'm Gen X. Boomers are my parents.
That's the pejorative.
Don't mind me, guys. I'm just sitting here chilling with the ghost of Tom Jones.
I'm sitting here drinking my wine, watching the boomers and the millennials have a fight. And I'm like, well, they forgot I exist, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is right now, like most of Gen X are like just trying to raise their kids and hold on to the job they have. So it's like they don't have time for this.
Here's the thing. When Gen X was out, when they were like, Gen X will be the first generation to make less money than their parents. I make more than either one of my parents. I'm the most educated person in my family. I'm like, yeah, no, that doesn't hold up. And millennials technically are more educated than the boomers. So it's like,
yes.
It's not that
We
hard.
had
That's
more
not difficult.
No.
I'm the second most educated person in my family, and I have a feeling I'm making more than my mother does at the moment.
Let me tell you how I know I'm more educated than a boomer. If I see a bullshit post on Facebook that Donald Trump wants me to share something to let everyone know about things because he's being censored by the media, I know that's bullshit.
I know I'm more educated than my
That's
mother.
what the media wants you to think.
My father, however, is he's doing pretty good.
All right.
oh my gosh.
Let's watch
I don't care because no one can get my age right anyway.
84.
Most people can't place mine, so.
You're Gen Z, I bet. You're Gen Z.
Nope.
You're in there.
Nope.
Are you a millennial?
I know you're
Are
a.
you for real?
Yeah,
I'm 31.
You're a millennial. Drag's a millennial.
31.
Go fight with a boomer
I
and
was
let us
born in
watch.
87.
Same
Yeah,
here.
I was
I'm
going to
30.
say he's about my age.
No, you're around Gen Z, millennial area.
No, that's a millennial.
Yeah, straight up millennial. It goes from 1980. Yeah, I think we fall into the Zennial category with 88, 97.
I'm on the tail end of Gen X.
Millennial runs from like 1984 or 1983 to like, what was it, 93, 94 or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
And then after that, it's supposed to be Gen Z. Which, you know what?
Okay.
Those are the
If
Tide Pod
TikTok's
eaters.
any indication, I don't worry too much about Gen Z. They're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all
They'll be
going to
alright.
off themselves.
Yeah.
All right. Let's watch a story about a man that got fatally stabbed over a chicken sandwich.
What?
Chicken sandwich,
in my neck of the
Carl.
woods.
Now to Maryland,
It's
where a
Popeyes.
man was stabbed to death outside
I
a
need
Popeyes
this fucking
restaurant.
chicken sandwich
Police
in
say
my
the
life.
stabbing happened
I
over a fight
called it.
about the fast food chain's chicken sandwich. You heard
Never
me right.
had one.
They added that it appears that
How
one
many
of the
times are we
man
gonna
in front of
feature
another one in
violence
line.
that took
Police
place
are
at
asking
Popeyes?
anyone in the restaurant at the time to come forward and speak to detectives.
God.
Nice.
You had
I
that
gotta
story
get
that one week
Hamptons.
about
I
that
hate
guy
laughing
waving a
at
gun around. This was inevitable.
It's
Bro,
a pretty
they
good
need
sandwich.
to hurry up and,
It is
and
not worth
finish
stabbing
building.
someone.
They got to finish building that Popeyes in my town, dude. I got to try this fucking sandwich. Like I'm gonna go out all purge ready to get this fucking sandwich.
You to go there with your fucking double ninja swords.
Fuck yeah.
I have a Popeyes
Get a,
down the street.
get a Naruto run to the Popeyes.
They started building one when all this sandwich shit first started. They were like, "Oh fuck, maybe these people would like some Popeye sandwiches too. Let's go murder each other in the streets over some chicken in between bread with some pickles on it."
Here's
Well,
the
a lot of
thing.
people, that's
Like,
nothing like we've been doing that
there's
for
like
years.
a Popeye. There's like a Popeyes near where I work, but right down the street is like a barbecue joint, and it's like
probably
dirty
better.
barbecue. It's really good, and it's got the coleslaw on there, and then they put the hot sauce, and it's just like it's messy. You gotta fork and knife it, but towards the end, I'm like, I could do the Popeyes, or I could get me some just dirty barbecue with some, I'm like, if I want to do
Oh,
that,
you don't like what the young people are doing?
Yeah,
I do like what the young people are doing, but it's like
making
because I'm old, I'm like, if I'm
Wait.
going to eat 9,000 calories, do I eat the Popeyes or do I eat the dirty barbecue that I know I love a lot,
Look,
a whole
let me
lot?
let me
You know,
let me
I'd
explain
take
this
the
to
dirty
you, Mel.
barbecue.
Life is an adventure, and if you're not stabbing someone to death over your next meal, are you really living?
Yes.
So we're all
The answer is
about
yes.
peace and love with our
Billy says
barbecue.
yes, so
We
fuck
don't
him.
fight over it. Like, here we go.
I don't know. I've never stabbed anybody over hummus. So
I mean,
We
ground
love our
chickpeas is not really exciting, so yeah. I mean, there's that.
They're super exciting with the right chips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
could
get that
about it.
Sabra, Sriracha. Don't.
That's what's wrong with all of us today. We got out of the food chain, and now we don't have that thrill of the kill for our next meal. I think that's what Popeyes is trying to bring back here, and I, for one, appreciate it. I'm going to be dead totally quick, but I appreciate it.
Like
You know what? In my bid for president, I feel like I would make it a law that every child must kill a chicken with its bare hands at least once to see how it feels.
So are you trying to make sociopath?
That's how you
I
get
feel
the
like
purge.
I'm one of those. Yeah, we're gonna purge. We're gonna do it.
Oh my god!
But it's gonna also
could
involve. We're gonna have a purge day, but we're also gonna have a day where retail workers are allowed to mouth off to customers. Just one day.
I thought that was
I
Black
like this.
Friday.
No. You can get a little more salty on Black Friday. You can get a bit salty, and people won't really fault you too much for it. But you can't look at somebody straight in the face and call them a fucking cock. Like, you can't do it.
I
You
would
won't get
only
fired,
agree to that. Anna, I would only agree to that if you made the mouthing off day a day prior to the purge day.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's-
that way,
let's see how many
if
people
somebody
run their
mouths up
mouths.
too much.
Yeah.
Bitch, you wait till tomorrow. I'm gonna purge the shit out of you, bitch. I'm tired of your fucking mouth.
Okay, does
You would see the
anybody
nicest
notice-
people around.
Yeah.
Does anybody notice that in the purge, politicians are completely immune?
Yeah.
No,
and take out politicians on purge night.
When I become president, the law will state that the politicians will have to meet in the town square prior to midnight. We have to know where they are.
Is this before or after we get all the town's children to strangle chickens under your new plan here?
It'll be
Just
sometime
curious.
around Thanksgiving. Keep it festive.
And it should be
We can do it.
Eat a turkey instead of a chicken.
We can do it on the White House lawn.
I think
Yeah.
it's a little
Just-
bit
I
more
can't-
aggressive.
I can't help shake. There's also
Everybody
going to be
turn
some
into
like,
the
horse
local
breeding
town hall.
programs too.
Look at all these little sociopaths we're creating. Kill that chicken, little
Well, all
Timmy.
drugs will be legal, so at least we'll be able to deal with it a little better.
So we're gonna get the chickens high before we kill them. That's nice.
No, we're gonna get high before we kill them. We're gonna take massive amounts of LSD and fucking break chickens' necks. It'll be great.
That's how you
Wow.
kill
I feel like there's
other
a movie
children
about
thinking they're chickens.
There you go. Solve your overpopulation problem.
Shit.
There it is. And hey, look,
Well,
and if your kid's running off at the fucking mouth, you take that little fucker to the LSD White House lawn chicken neck breaking ceremony. Throw that
There you
little
go.
fucker in the mix.
Oh my god.
But he's allowed to mouth off. That was the day before.
Nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
It's today.
Uh,
The day
That's not good.
changed. And I'm
That's not
still
entertaining
mad.
people.
I started working retail again, so my humor went back to a really dark place. So I apologize to anybody in our audience that feels like this is like.
And before this, I didn't know where you worked. So now that I know
What?
where you work, I completely get you. I get you because
I'm working at
almost
Walmart
worked
for
there.
the third time in 10 years.
Yeah, see, I would
So-
no, I would hate no. Feel free, no.
Welcome to Walmart.
You deserve that.
So before we move on, am I going to get in trouble if I show up choking my chicken on the White House lawn in a few years?
Yes.
See what I did there?
Do it this year.
Oh goodness. Brand.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, based on there's a comedian that's not very well known, but it's somebody I've watched for a very long time on YouTube. He's like California local sort of thing. But I managed to randomly find one of his videos one time and thought he was absolutely hysterical, so I've been following him for a while. And one of his jokes is that there are two victimless crimes: jerking off in front of an open window and necrophilia. And the jerking off in front of an open window thing, we might make that just entirely not illegal, because if you're looking at somebody else's window, that's your fault. So if you want to choke your chicken on the White House lawn, that's on you. But if you want to do it in front of an open window, what are they looking for?
Maybe
You
I'll
gotta
do
get
it
in
at
the
a-
White House and masturbate.
I was about to say, let me get up on a window.
Well, maybe we'll make that another holiday. Maybe we'll make one day where all, individuals that own a penis, if they want to go down to the White House lawn and just jizz on the front steps, have at it.
I'm gonna be the biggest fucking patriot under this presidency.
What if they're humping the window and they're committing a sex act with the window?
I don't know. Is it already illegal to fuck a window?
Did the window give its consent?
But the thing is if you're having a sex act with an opening thing, what's the difference between that and putting your penis in your fence and having like your little chain link?
Who's doing that?
I understand that there's some nuance to this. I might have to rethink my position a little bit. I'll come back to you.
You see a dick pop out of a privacy fence.
If my next door neighbor does that, the next day it's being hooked up to a
privacy
battery.
fence, fucking glory holes.
I had a dream I had a penis, and I ended up in prison because I kept putting it in the chain link fence to see what it felt like. So I was like that, and was putting it in different things.
That sounds like me when I was 9 years old.
Yeah,
that's
like a very 9-year-old thing.
Second there, where I remembered this is the cancer episode.
Check your prostate, guys. Your prostate check. That's really important.
Check your prostate. It's actually rather healthy for you to come a couple of times a week. So even if you have to do it yourself, that's fine. It's healthy.
Milk yourself, guys.
You should. Also
use lotion. You don't want you wanker scabs.
No,
yeah, no wanker
no,
scab.
no.
It sucks, apparently.
Or you can use lube provided by baddragon.com.
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 Sponsored by baddragon.com.
I can't show you the other thing that I was given from Bad Dragon. I'm pretty sure your video's going to get taken down. Someone decided to take a joke that I commonly make seriously, and they actually bought me a few things, and this is one of them. This is one of the things I can show.
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
if I have enough disposable income, I'm gonna buy an ovipositor dildo because I just want to see how they work in person.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
Weirdest thing I've ever seen. I'm not into it. I am absolutely not into it.
You're just going to see how it works and demonstrate it.
Yeah.
It's like in front of my face. Okay, so like when we were kids, we used to take condoms and fill them up with fucking water. What I want to do is take this fucking thing and like just mess with it outside of myself because I don't like Gushers, the candy, because stuff happens in my face. So.
Oh yeah.
Like I feel like that,
Yeah.
Your Gushers.
So you want to know what it feels like to be fucked by a xenomorph?
No, I don't. But I want to see how this contraption works. I want to see how it. I want to take it apart.
You could watch stuff on Pornhub, like their videos on
yes, but I am a more do-it-yourself kind of learner.
This
For
is gonna be the
science, I want to
weirdest
get one.
YouTube video teardown ever.
I completely get that. I trust me, I empathize with that. But if you're going to buy it, if you're going to wait the 5 to 6 weeks it takes to come in, and then tell me that you're not going to actually use it on yourself, you're gonna have to excuse me if I'm a little skeptical about that, just a little bit.
No, I have regular ass fucking vibrators that have been sitting in a bag for months. Like I don't fucking use that.
Oh no, that's normal. But an
xenomorph dick though.
I used it for a few months and got bored.
Well, but this thing is something completely. This is a tube, right?
It's weird
that excretes pretty much eggs, like tiny eggs, into an orifice.
I want to see how it works.
Well, you can see something excrete eggs. Like you can go watch a chicken like lay eggs. If you want to see that.
I don't want to do that.
There's
that doesn't do it for me either.
Eggs in your vagina, and then what does it do after that?
Yeah,
I'm confused.
So
the entire octopus up her veg. Like I don't care about the avocado as much.
So,
Okay.
so this is to simulate a weird monster creature that has an ovipositor that is trying to impregnate you with some parasitic, species of
Burst
whatever.
out of your fucking chest.
Yeah, it eats you from the inside out or whatever.
I've
But I want to
learned
buy
so
this
much.
this contraption they made, and I want to take it apart and see how it does the things. Like I want a full deconstruction of this thing. Like, you know how people take apart computers on YouTube? Like I'll do that.
Have you priced one yet? How dedicated are you to doing this?
I haven't priced anything yet. I don't even
Okay.
know where to get one. I just know they exist.
Baddragon.com.
There you
Probably.
go. And also Soup Plantation.
Also,
I really hope Soup Plantation does not carry that.
I thought I was
Soup
creative,
Plantation
but I guess
ovipositor.
I'm not as creative
Oh.
as I could be, I guess. But then, some things are just not my jam.
Yeah,
not
Yeah,
my
internet's
no.
a terrifying place.
Yeah. I remember. I think
I
the
don't
last
know.
time he was on, I was explaining what the fuck a diaper fur was.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm
The
waiting
Good
basic
for
meaning
you
of
for
an
forgetting
infamy.
what that was. Good
I
for
mean,
you for forgetting what that is. I will never explain it again. You can live blissfully in your ignorance. You sweet summer child. You don't ever need to know. Ever
It's
again.
still back here
There's
for
nothing
me.
about me that's innocent, trust me. But there's certain shit that's just like way out there that I can't even connect. Like the ovipositor, I get it. You're curious, you're young, you want to do things and not feel too ashamed. I got you. But the diaper fur thing, I'm just like, that's some Freudian shit that I can't even comprehend.
That just is shame.
That's a
I don't
mixture of
wanna
Von
kink shame
Helton and
anybody.
just shame.
I don't want to kink shame anybody, but I also went to school for a decent amount of time for psychology, and something screams something happened. Like it's just all of that screams
By the
something
way,
happened to you.
guys, we have a donation link down below if you guys would like to contribute to Fuck Cancer while we're in here talking about like xenomorph fucking and whatnot. That's something that you can do.
I'm waiting on the email from
Oh, that's right, we're
Cancer
doing a
to
show.
basically tell me to take off all the logos and forget anything about raising money for them at this point. So if they're ever watching, they're like, yeah, I don't want to talk about fucking xenomorphs.
After watching that opening video, I remembered that, like, holy shit, I'm technically higher risk for cervical cancer. I should probably go see a doctor at some point. Like,
You should
it's
probably
There you
not
go.
stick stuff up there that's not supposed to be in there. I'm just going to throw that out there.
no, I know, I know that.
Gelatin eggs and ovipositor.
I'm right
not
there. Like,
against
no
powder.
golden eggs, no satchel of random herbs, no fucking weird shit. No matter what Gwyneth
No burning
Paltrow says,
things.
don't put that in your vagina.
Yeah, but you should definitely do a coffee, piss, bleach enema.
Yeah.
Oh
no,
my God.
No. I'm not putting
What?
turpentine
They
up
said
there
all three
either.
of those are bad for you, so if you mix them together, they got to be good for you. That's just
Have you
science,
heard the
right?
benefits yet?
Oh.
That's right, Sinus Mill, right? That's
yeah,
facts.
oh my God. Frank was on the show last Sunday, so he already knows about all that. Like, oh my God, Dr. Spines. I still want to punch him in the face, but man. Oh my
We have
God.
gone off the rails so much. I don't even remember what video we were talking about.
Obama, SJWs.
Obama
it was
damn.
It's his
Don't be
fault.
so
Everything is Obama's fault.
Thanks,
Obama.
You derailed the fucking show.
Because I've got a Von Helton video.
Okay, play that.
Well,
Let's get that going.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it
Is
with
he
the
the
intro. Just go
news?
straight to Von Helton. We already.
Dude, he's a fucking
Was
vampire.
that
Of
the
course
only
he's in
news
the
item they
news.
had?
Yeah, fair. Von Helton News is the news. That's the only news I care about.
The Von Helton News Network. That was a thing for a while.
I saw a bit
What
of
do you want
news
me to
about
play,
something in
Frankie?
Massachusetts.
Because that's in a completely different folder. I don't know what the hell you're talking about now.
The disabled American veteran claim.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Frank.
It should be in crazy people.
Okay, because we haven't started that segment yet. We were on the news segment, and you didn't go.
Oh yeah, no.
Was there more
We're off
people
the
in
rails.
this segment and we're being fucking stupid right now?
Yeah,
You
we
actually don't bird walk or
Do we
get
still
off.
have more format to attend to? Is there still more news that we were supposed to do?
There's a fucking format?
Actually,
Let's
there was
just
one.
Yeah,
all
we have a
until
fucking
you can
format.
figure it out. Just say something funny in the camera, distract people until you get things figured out. That's what I do.
I'm the Home
Look at my
Alone
mug.
person. with red
Schmackety
hair.
do.
There we
I
go.
stole $3,000.
So somebody introduced me to another Twitch streamer called Meg Love the other day, and evidently it is a Japanese woman who has some debilitating disease, and also has some of the hugest tits I've ever seen in my life on a Japanese woman, and so she is
Just like
almost completely supine, and she's playing games and responding in chat, and so she has a little blurb on her Twitch thing here that I'm going to read, and it's very very interesting.
It's sad.
And it's sad, and literally no, it's sad. About me, persons with disabilities, sequelae of illness. I am a Japanese woman living in Kanto, not the Pokemon place. I don't like my breast. I usually wear diapers. I can't take a shower. I get naked and wipe my body. Only a few times a week, caregivers use services that come to my house. Unmarried, lonely, sad, pessimistic about the future. I often cry suddenly. I was being bullied. I always sat alone. I can't trust people. I don't stream for donations. There's something more important than money. Mental stability and peace of mind. I want to heal my heart by chatting with viewers. I often close my eyes for a few minutes and wait for the recovery because my eyes dry out with an electric fan. I play Dead by Daylight and Dota 2 every day in Steam. Both have never been bored and have played 1,500 hours, but at Dota 2, my teammates say noob or idiot to me. And also, when I killed by an
Sorry
enemy,
about that.
the enemy says sad to me. This is probably sarcasm. Dead by Daylight is a great game. Inside a dimly lit forest that has been chilled by rain, I can do anything freely. I want to run away. I love running around in this game. I like to sacrifice myself for my friends.
I like her.
Well, she needs to stop lying because Dead by Daylight is garbage.
I throw tomatoes at her on the stream.
Oh my goodness.
There's a feature you can throw tomatoes at people. I'm a terrible person. So.
I like her. I feel bad.
She's
Got some shit
interesting.
going on.
Wow.
You should definitely check out her Twitter and her YouTube and question the statement, I don't like my breasts, because they're literally in every picture. And I'm not talking about of course, obviously they're attached to her. Obviously, she can't just throw them over her shoulder and pretend they exist.
Yeah, if they're like large, you've got
Well-
some issues trying to cover them sometimes. But like if they're quite apparently there, like there's no attempt to do any covering, then it's like I actually kind of like it a little bit. I don't know.
She has a collage pretty much of pictures that accentuate them, which is odd, as well as the camera angle that she's at, because my camera is at like in front of me, kind of to the side, canted a little bit. Mel's is like dead center. You see her face. Fucking Billy's is up his ass somewhere. Frankie.
all of my pictures are like here up, like. All of my pictures and all of my video, everything is dead center on my face. Like,
oh my God, look at my tits. I can't stand them. Look at them.
Like side, like you see straight side tit. Like it's a weird. I'm not sure how she got that angle, unless she set something like a table or something.
She put something with a timer.
Does she put her boobs on a table? Because that might, alleviate.
They're sitting on her. Like I don't know, but you can see the monitor facing her. You can see it, and she can put it in front of her. But she's putting
you
it
don't
at
even
tit level.
see the game.
No,
I didn't
and
realize
it's like
how
it's
comfortable
really,
setting your tits on a table is.
it evidently
I weighed myself with on a scale normal, and then I put my boobs like on a bar and weighed myself again. I was like 10 pounds lighter. So no, I totally get it. So it's just kind of like,
I gained a bunch of weight in my depression. I had to buy a new bra.
That was a while ago. I haven't weighed my boobs in a while, but that's how I how I figured out how much they weighed because they were much larger at one point.
Mine
But
are
it's like,
yeah.
you know.
So my wife just walked in during this conversation, so now I have to explain why we're talking about.
Hi, Mrs.
How
Drag.
much do your tits weigh?
So you know how like all you have to explain is like, so you know how chicks get together sometimes they just start talking about their boobs? That's
Yes,
happened.
yes. Yes. It's like God, the day,
One
you
time when I
know,
was
because
on the
it's like bras, you know, it's like
Yeah.
some days I wear bras that are like the regular standard with the class, and other days I'm like, dude, no sports bras all the freaking way because I cannot be bothered with clasps and
I can't
straps.
not
I'm like,
wear
no.
one. I can't
we
not
just,
wear them. I don't like them. Yeah, it's the bra
think we're
show
actually-
now, guys.
I think we're actually
don't like
naturally
bras.
drifting into the Von Helton video because he's been caught wearing a bra a time or two.
There we go.
You know, man boobs
Yeah.
are a
Is he
thing,
wearing a bra in
and-
this one?
You guys thought that we were just bullshitting around? No, fuck no. We're like 4D chessing you motherfuckers. We're
This
way
is
ahead
a
of you guys.
cleverly
This was an
constructed
intro.
fucking segue.
Yes.
Was it really?
No.
Shut up, Billy. Billy, unless your ass is out, do you really have anything worthy to say?
Yes.
Oh my God.
To basically accuse him of stolen valor.
Can you turn it up a little?
I'm not accusing his father of stolen valor.
Yeah, it's a little
What I
quiet.
am doing is
Yes.
saying that Vaughn declared on social media, on YouTube, on BitChute,
Yeah, it's a little
that
better.
he was a disabled American veteran, in which he is not.
I did not.
He said, if you want
Way
money,
out of my
the
way
video.
to say that I was disabled, and
Are you gonna let me talk, Vaughn,
I
or not?
never said no because you're saying it wrong. You're
Disabled
taking what I said out of
blowjobs.
context.
That's what I heard.
What I said was that I was disabled and a veteran. That I was not necessarily. In fact, I said it not twice, but 3 times. That I was not
The same thing.
necessarily a disabled veteran, but that I was disabled
It's the
and
same.
a veteran.
It's
I'm
not
a
the same.
disabled American vet. If you want to help the vets out, help me out. I'm a disabled American vet. I'm a disabled American vet.
You said if you want to give money to the
I mean, as
to
far
the
as
wounded
insurance
veterans,
claims
if you
are
want to give
concerned, it's
money
not
to
the
the
same
veterans,
thing,
send
but
me
like
Yeah,
money.
exactly.
linguistic
We
is
have
the
the
same.
video.
I never
Yeah.
said anything about
Now
the
then,
Wounded Veterans
now hold on,
Association.
Vaughn.
Not
Vaughn,
one
hold on a
fucking-
second.
Show me the
Vaughn,
fucking video,
Vaughn.
bitch.
Oh, he's so bad.
If you want to
Yeah,
help the
he got
vets
busted.
out, help me out.
Yeah, man. If you have the inclination to help some vets out, give your money to Von Helton. That's fucking smart.
Nah.
Well, he
I got
stopped the
charity that
Russians.
I got.
So
There are better ways to help out vets. I might know one.
No way.
The best way is to offer blowjobs. Anytime you see a disabled vet, offer him a blowjob, and if it's her,
Offer them
her
a
one too.
blowjob. Offer them a blowjob, a cigar, and a bump of coke. They will appreciate it.
Oh my gosh.
well, Vaughn
an
doesn't have any
HPV
teeth, so
vaccine
it might be
first.
awesome.
And an HPV
Get an-
vax.
Get an HPV vaccine first before you go around giving blowjobs to people
Right.
of age.
Because no matter what you do, if you're not vaccinated, you'll get that shit.
You can get oral cancer from strains 16, 18, and 45. HPV.
So what they're saying
strain.
is, give all the blowjobs you want. Just be prepared, people.
Get
you know?
vaccinated first. Then you're
Don't
covered.
go in all willy nilly.
Something like 50% of all sexually active adults have HPV, and some of it's cancerous. So
there's lower grade strains, and then there's more aggressive strains. So you have varying strains. And the best vaccine to get, guys and ladies, is Gardasil, because it covers all of the strains, the lower grades as well as the more aggressive. 16, 18, and 45 are the ones you want to avoid.
But
The lower
Mel,
grade-
as soon
I heard
as
that
soon
causes
as they came
autism.
out with that vaccine, I go,
No, you get more artistic. I thought it was artistic. I thought that's what South Park taught us.
yeah,
that-
no. It's like how people talk about chemtrails all the time. Really, it's contrails. It's contrails. They got the
true.
word wrong.
Yeah, but that doesn't sound scary.
All right, so
Put
PSA.
tacos in the side chat. I have tortilla soup, guys. You're killing me.
They're seeing me trying to like not eat on camera.
They're mocking you.
I'm trying not to eat on camera, but I'm not.
How many times I've muted myself and sat here and ate chips for half the show? Like,
there is no graceful way to eat soup. Just cramming it in.
I mean, you could do it. You could do it like Asian, like soup, and just like drink it.
Just hold the bowl.
Yeah, just drink it.
Just drink it.
For the next video, you might want to, because we're about to talk about organic coffee enemas from the guy that you introduced me to.
Nice.
What?
Oh, it gets rid of that pesky chemicals before.
I already have
chemicals.
An organic what?
Organic coffee enema.
I heard organic, and a part of me started to have a stroke, and then I heard coffee enema. I think I might actually have a stroke now.
You go to Whole Foods,
Dr.
you get yourself some coffee, you put it up your butt. Simple as that, Drag. Come on, get with the times. Let's see it.
So how is your liver supposed to process the caffeine?
With none
Just let him do it.
Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Scott Perlman from historic Marietta, Georgia. Here we are again on Just TV, real quick, with a quick tip, informational video. And I felt I needed to share this with you folks today. This is going to be concerning, how do you connect being psychologically insufficient to an organic coffee enema when you go see your doctor, your medical doctor, because you may have indigestion or a hiatal hernia that's coming up to the throat, and you have this sensation in your throat, and you go to your doctor, and you're telling your MD what's going on, and they're doing all the checks, tells you it's in your head, and suggest that you go see a psychotherapist. And this came to the reason why I'm doing this today, because I've heard this over and over, and a personal friend reached out to me for some help, and I turned her on to the organic coffee enema and why that helps. So this is a little double, triple, maybe quick tip of what you can look out for, maybe what you can do. So the problem here is hiatal hernia. So number one, and more importantly, is that you can see your chiropractor for this move. She's telling me that she looked on Google and didn't find anything, and mentioned it to her medical doctor and didn't know anything other than to go see a psychiatrist.
It's not medicine.
Okay, that's a venue that they have, but it's not the right one. So she contacted me, and I suggested a couple of things. Number one, an organic coffee enema kit. And why? Because, and she was told that her liver is a fatty liver. So I told her you got to cleanse this liver a little bit. And one of my favorites, along with my 21-day purification program, is the organic coffee enema kit, and to open up that portal vein. So what does that mean? So it means that you do an enema, and it's not so much as that you're doing the enema to go to the bathroom, as it is to use either a light or a medium blend, light roast, organic coffee, first of all, is what you want to use. And you're going to put this into the enema kit. And the objective here is that the enzyme from the organic coffee bean goes through what's called the mesenteric artery that runs through the body. But the thing is, it branches off into the liver, to the portal vein. And what it does there, it opens up the portal vein and dumps all your toxic garbage. That's where a lot of the toxins are held in the liver. So you want to open that up, and you want to get rid of it. Doing an organic coffee enema helps that immensely. I recommend that to anybody with a fatty liver, a toxic liver. And especially to all my cancer patients that I see for alternative cancer therapy. For those of you out there that think that doesn't work, that's not real, that's not true, well, I want you to do your research, because it is true, and it does help, and it does work, and there's plenty of patients to verify that. Dr. Max Gerson brought that in back in the 1930s when he was doing the Gerson therapy for cancer patients and helping to cleanse the liver, detox the liver. My wife, for those of you that know, that follow Fancy Nancy and all that she's been doing over the years, the past few years, to help cleanse her body, that is a priority. She still does them every day.
He's on his way to the grocery store right now to
I
get more
told
coffee.
this friend And I tell patients that you want to put that in to release all the toxic, all the extra fat, excess fat, and that's build up in that liver over the years. It's going to help reduce our pain. It's going to balance sugar levels. It's going to bring anxiety down because your body's filled with toxins. It's going to help release that. And I says, you got to try that. I cannot say enough about how many times I hear the doctors turn around and say it's all in your head, that you got the anxiety and the stress, and this isn't real. We've done the test. Listen, your testing is not everything out there, and there are other things. So, secondly, what I recommended is for her to see a chiropractor. The chiropractor who's talented and they're all talented, I should say, but who knows the technique for the hiatal hernia drop technique for the diaphragm. Sometimes that's all locked up in there, and you need to get that drop technique, and you may have to go back 2 and 3 times.
Sounds like a dance move.
You may have to get coffee 2 or 3 times.
I had like a pulmonary embolism in the middle of that. Like I had to get up for a second.
You got to get all that coffee out. That's what's wrong.
I miss what enzyme he said it was because I was going to look it up.
I made it up. My head physically hurts now.
Nancy is dead.
Well,
Nancy died.
I'm pretty sure that if you inject coffee into your anus, it's going to be absorbed by the mucous membranes up in there.
Yeah.
At some point, it'll probably come into contact, with the enzyme to process the caffeine. I'm not sure. Like, it'll probably take longer than if you would just fucking drink it, but I'm not sure because he started talking about cancer and then he started talking about the hiatal hernia. So I'm not. Are they related?
That's about the time I had an embolism. As somebody who has done drugs and seen other people do them in various different states, putting them up your ass tends. Exactly. Putting them up your ass tends to be a more fast and more efficient way of doing it. So like to me, like putting coffee up your ass, for me putting coffee up your ass, it actually in that case, because of how like brewing works and all of that, like it might be a little less of an issue. Like, I mean, if you're putting liquid coffee up your ass, like black liquid fucking coffee, then like depending on your caffeine sensitivity, you might be asking for a heart attack.
So what you're telling me is I should do pre-workout enemas.
Yes.
Sure.
Gains.
Grampy Lobster in the chat had a pretty funny thing.
Yeah.
He said America runs on Dunkin' enemas.
I mean, that work? Are they talk coffee beans or roasted coffee? Like, I don't.
That's somebody from Connecticut. I really appreciate that one.
Is it like anal beans with a bean? Every inch or whatever. Is that what we're talking about here?
Like it's like a gel cap. It's like a gel cap anal bead where you just put it up there and it just dissolves over time, and then in the middle there's just coffee.
Just a little bean in the middle.
You also
You
made
poop your
another
little bean
one.
out.
The best part of waking
you're
up
done.
is folders in your ass.
You don't need Jesus.
Oh, it's crazy.
The entire video first was like, turn your camera and don't film while you're driving. Don't film in a car. That's played out. Stop. And also, like, organic made me want to just tear my skin off. And then he started getting into like coffee enemas, and then right about the time he said something about cancer was when my brain stopped working, and I didn't hear the rest of the video.
Ah.
I was waiting on him to explain some type of mechanism of action, but I thought he had said the name of the enzyme. Was he trying to explain that? Because he just jumped from cancer to hiatal hernia, and I'm like
he mentioned something about toxins for a brief moment, and like that's the only thing close to like some specific thing that he got to in that entire diarrhea.
Like someone saying toxic doesn't tell me anything. Anytime I hear the word, or one of my chicken words is organic, I'm like, oh God, here we go. So explain to me what's happened. So what toxin is in your body that your liver can't take care of, and your urinary tract, so for some reason can't,
get your liver,
excrete? Like, explain to me what's happening. Because I don't
Yeah,
know.
your
Like, it's pretty good
intestines
at
to a
stuff like
lesser
that.
degree does that a little bit too. Like, stop doing these things, guys. Like everybody.
I mean,
please.
just go ahead and shove it up your ass. That's fine.
It hurts. It hurts me.
Shit, you been trying to. All right, go for it.
Every
Yet
time I see these
another
people,
video.
it hurts me.
Another video we
here's-
see where they don't live up to the Rain Florence protocol and actually show us the coffee going in their butthole. So, pish posh with you, young man. I don't give a fuck what you have to say. Video where it didn't
She was
happen.
at least keeping it G-rated. All right.
Yeah, I mean, she'd show you how to do it, but she didn't. You know, the camera wasn't like right on her butthole. You got to go to Pornhub for that kind of stuff, and it's a chili pepper, not coffee.
I'm sure there's different
I've said too much.
medicinal benefits to shoving capsaicin straight in your bum.
Yeah, please do that. By the way, everyone here should definitely do that. Definitely do that.
Yeah.
For science.
Take
Put it
some
in
habaneros.
That's good because mayonnaise is spicy.
Oh my
Get some
god.
habaneros. Put a couple of slices down the sides and carefully insert it. They gotta be careful because you don't want to do any tearing around the anus because that'll just make it worse. Like straight in the main mucous membrane.
So it's like the thing is, I found this pretty fun because Frank was just on our show last week talking about Dr. Spines, who's on Twitter, and I invited him to come and talk to us and try to promote, at least support his particular claims, because his receptionist, I called her on a Saturday in the morning, and he has a cancer coach section on his website that there's nothing there. It doesn't say what he does. And so you go through, and I called him. I'm like, okay, so, and I talked to the receptionist. The receptionist swears up and down that Dr. Spines, Dr. Scott Perlman or whatever, cured his wife of stage 4 cancer. And she didn't die from cancer. She died from complications associated with the surgery, with her lungs filling up with fluid. Couldn't have been the cancer. That's not what it says on the death certificate. So she didn't die of cancer, guys. And the receptionist was pushing this. I said, well, what was the protocol? Everything that we do here. And this is what people come in for. They want to find out how he cured his wife of cancer. And I'm like, he didn't. He didn't. Not even a little
dead
bit.
of cancer.
She's freaking dead in April. And I was like, do I want to go after this dude? And after I called his receptionist and that's what she's telling people, I'm like, yeah, no, he doesn't get a pass. He's using his dead wife who, we cured her of cancer, stage 4 cancer. But no, didn't happen at all. Absolutely enraged me. So
I cured my
but-
uncle of Alzheimer's. He still doesn't know who I am, but he's cured.
He's totally cured.
He's just pretending that he doesn't know you, Billy, so he doesn't have to talk to you.
Yeah, he's a lying asshole. Stop shitting your pants. No one believes you anymore, Uncle Terry.
Please go and put a thumbs up because it seems like some haters put a thumbs down on that video, Frank. And I don't know. I would take that personally if I were you. There's some mean people on the internet.
It was no, it was that one flat. Whatever happened to that one flat earther that used to always come in? What was his name? Celtic. Yeah, I miss him.
I think he's still around.
Yeah, me too. I also miss the other one that used to give us money.
Yeah, like I'm still not fully convinced of the flat Earth, but like money.
No, Earth is seriously flat. Like he would give us money.
So you can be bought. That's what you're telling me. You can be bought. Flat Earth
Oh yeah,
can
I'm totally not gonna believe the bullshit, but I'll tell them I do.
Fair enough.
I mean,
Fair enough.
I was
All right,
invited to
so-
join a fundamentalist Discord channel, so that would have been. I thought maybe I should and just kind of like pretend, just so I can.
Yeah, then
see.
I got invited to it.
It's the Brett Keane approach to just say whatever bullshit people give you money to say. So I'm just trying to live up to his majesty.
Do you have to? Do you have to get your teeth removed first?
All right, we got a choice. Either we can watch A Call for an Uprising, something about a cell phone, or Dave Dubenmeyer declaring he is homophobic.
I don't know
Oh,
who that
wow.
is, but a call for uprising.
I don't know who Dave Dumar is. He sounds interesting.
We
I always
totally
gotta
need to
go with
watch
Call.
Carol. Yeah, Carol. Carol thinks I'm a Jewish man. So
And
I gotta hear my
They're
bop.
bullies too. Dude, I call for an uprising. People like you just guys just want to pick on them. It's like he was picking on everybody in there the whole time. We were just laughing at him.
Yeah.
He was an idiot.
Sure, your point is though.
Yeah.
Like,
You won't believe what this cell phone something does.
You guys
Oh,
won't believe
God.
it. It's an upside down
as
cell phone.
involved
The
in
camera's on the bottom.
technology, This is gonna be great. Wait, let me guess. Is it the new iPhone because it has 3 cameras and 3 is like something to do with 666?
No.
Haven't watched it.
Good idea,
You've ever
though.
had
Not
this
quite.
feeling that
He's
something
gonna
was
do that next
terribly
week.
wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't
Or
figure
he
out
just
just
smashed
what it
his own
was?
iPhone 11.
Then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since
Jesus.
the beginning of time. But not
Fuck up
anymore.
the Baphomet.
Because there is an awakening happening.
Look at him.
and
He
you
knows what's
are
about to go down.
about to become a part of it. Wake
Oh,
up, because
Adam
this
first,
is a call for an uprising.
Eat shit, Satan.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's
Oh,
show.
fuck this stupid thing.
it's the
Get a load
creepy
of this. And again, remember when you see stuff like this, there's going to be people that call people like me crazy, but we can see
crazy.
what's actually going on. Unlike the sleeping zombies out there that think everything is just, you know, a coincidence. And there's nothing behind anything. It's all
That's
just a
the
big
touch
coincidence.
screens have
Take a
been around
look
for
at
years.
this newest product, and we'll talk about it after.
This next story may make your skin crawl, and I mean literally. You're like, what am I looking at, Francesca? Well, we
Right.
introduce you to a phone case made out of human skin.
I don't.
Oh my God.
Okay, so it's not real human skin. It's 100% artificial.
There you go.
but
Video
it feels
over.
and
Fucking
has the
pack it
same
up.
senses as actual human skin. It was developed by a
It's
company
okay to
called
love your
Skin
phone,
One.
but don't
And
love
if you thought
your
it was
phone,
reserved
you know
only
what
for
I mean?
phones, think
Yeah.
again. It can also
This
be
phone
used
case
for
also doubles as a Fifi.
smartwatches. Sheba, I was a little thrown off when I first saw the headline
Yeah.
too.
Oh God. Why do you want to?
You can put your dick in there.
I mean,
Seems like your phone would overheat pretty easily in this thing.
yes, yes.
Okay, so you see this and you're going to say, well, I don't understand really what it's about. I mean, some people will say, well, that's just gross because it's human flesh. It's artificial human flesh, remember. It's not real human flesh. It's not, well, at least they claim, right?
Well, this is-
First of all, I don't know why
Only
and I'll tell you,
emotional
I'll actually tell you why they're doing this, but do you know anybody who is like holding their phone up to their ear and going, that'll be better if my phone felt more
If
like
they're
my
talking
face
on
or
it.
felt like human flesh, right?
No.
Yeah, let's
No.
create it and let's sell it. And then let's have USA Today promoting it and all these other big media outlets. Now, the reason for this is not hard to see if
It's
you're awake.
weird. It's
Okay,
weird
this
as fuck.
is
Different.
a predecessor.
It's
Like I've been
the
saying,
same
remember,
path.
everything is moving to get everything inside of your body for transhumanism. Everything, right?
Yeah.
You go from beepers, cell phone, and whatever order.
know,
I don't remember if the beeper was first, but to cell phone, right? Your credit card, to the microchip, to people actually chipping themselves,
Still a
right?
credit card.
All of this stuff to be inside of your body. Now, this is a subliminal way.
You got to move the coffee out of the way
Wait,
first.
is your microchip inside your
Convince
body?
people without even telling them, look, that sooner or later your phone is going to be
The chip
inside
in
your
the
body, as
credit
crazy
card?
as that sounds.
Okay.
I mean, I've done videos. I recently even covered the invention where you could just think and order a pizza. Oh, no, just going to order a pizza. I mean, this is transhumanism at its finest. Nobody's interested in a phone that feels like human
that's
flesh.
sci-fi.
Nobody's interested in, and trust me, I wouldn't be
If
surprised
nobody's
if they're
interested
actually
in it,
using
then
real
nobody
human
will
flesh.
buy it.
Nothing
What's the
surprises me this
problem?
day and age. But
oh, fuck off.
this is how they're promoting it. In many ways, our phones and smartwatches have become extensions of the human body, allowing
No
us to
shit.
conquer more ground than we
So when your
ever
phone
could
case
before.
starts rotting,
We
I guess you know
outsource our
what.
thinking to Siri, Alexa, and Google. Our Fitbits tell us what's happening beneath the surface, and we house some of our most precious memories within 128 gigabytes of internal storage. But
Is
what
he
if
reading
these
this?
devices began to feel more human? Right? What
Did
if
he
the
copy
outside of the tech you carry around with you
place?
felt less like a slick piece of glass or cold chunk of metal and more like human skin?
He's
Right?
reading
So
this.
here comes the
human skin
persuasion
is
of this stuff, right? And this is all
Who
subliminal.
gives
This is
a
all mind
fuck?
control. And remember, there's so many people out
He
there
rubbed this on himself.
who are
do you
so
think?
prideful, they don't believe mind control exists. And it's like, do they even understand how the beliefs and all the stuff that they have, how it's been molded and pushed on
Give
them?
me $3.99
They're like,
a
no, I
month to hear
independently
more
made
about
that
this
decision. I
fucking weird
independently did
phone.
this and did that. It's all persuasion and manipulation. That's exactly what articles like this do. Like, oh, well, we're already using Alexa and Google. And isn't it, that metal on your phone uncomfortable? Wouldn't it be better if it was human skin? No one's ever said that ever. Okay? Well, they
Then
say
let
that's
people
exactly
buy
what
it
these
who
new
want it
researchers in
and
Paris
don't
are
if they
setting out to
don't.
uncover as they develop a new paradigm where tech has a covering that is inspired by the properties of human flesh. I mean,
Put a
and you
pussy
could
on
see
it.
this thing. It couldn't be less appealing, right? If you saw somebody
Let's
holding
do
this, you'd be
this.
like, what in, what?
All right,
Right?
pause this.
I mean,
pause
look
this.
at it. It looks like somebody's
forever.
forearm was ripped off. The developers named the
That's an
prototypes
ear, bro.
Skin On Interface, and the artificial
Oh my god!
Look at that forearm right there. I'll be damned.
Is he
Yeah,
turned
dude,
on
we-
by this? I wonder if this
we
is
gotta-
turning him on and he has a problem with.
I automatically went to if we're putting an ear on it. I mean, I've got ideas if you guys want to collaborate.
I'm noticing a lack of diversity with those phone cases. So I'm not sure if I should point out or if Billy should point out what I'm more than likely thinking about this type of
They
product.
are white as shit.
Yeah, but it's real skin. So only white people had to die for those phones. Sorry.
Yeah.
man.
See, you
Maybe that's why
you
he's
didn't get
upset.
hunted. You're welcome.
Oh my gosh!
I think it's a
You
terrible
know.
product, but I'm not like I was trying to follow his weird conspiracy because evidently I'm of the sleeping masses. Whatever the hell that
Wait,
means.
question.
Zombies.
Question: if you buy that skin and you paint it your like brown, is it technically blackface?
It would be, wouldn't it?
If you do it.
Only if
I
it
have
rubs
another
off.
question.
I don't know.
What if the darker color ones are for the larger size cases?
For like tablets and shit.
Okay, women say they like 4 inches. Stop it.
That was probably
I hear
grossly
about 4 inches?
inappropriate, and I'm sorry,
Like a
Drag, if it was, but that was in my
No,
You just said Drag
I
has a
just
big
like-
dick. I don't think he's complaining.
He's offended.
I don't know. Have you seen his
Stereotype.
Oh man. Oh, I want a phone like this with a butthole on the back of it.
It's a weird fucking product. Like I said,
Welcome back, by the way. Welcome back.
I got into a fucking conversation with my future roommate and come back and I just, what the fuck happened while I was gone? What? I heard a little bit of it. I heard a little bit of call for a fuck rising or whatever.
Carol.
Yeah, they're putting people skin on phones, man.
Oh,
It's
God.
it's
Is
scary.
this people skin? Is this people
Isn't
skin?
No, it's not real.
isn't that strange? Like we have mouse pads that feel like breasts now. Well, breasts, for
Yeah.
the comfort. So I mean, it's not that weird. And I say that because
Imagine-
my mouse pad right now is one.
I would love the reaction I would get from pulling out my skin covered phone with a little butthole on the back of it.
You know, wait for Thanksgiving or Christmas. I'm sorry, I gotta
Just
play
light
with
Oh
this a little
God!
bit.
If my
Yeah, play
family
with it while
actually
you're on
ever
the phone.
You got to have the farting ringtone to go with it, though.
anytime one of my like older roommates or older family members are bothering me, I just start like, I'd play like Goodbye Horses and just like awkwardly rub it while staring directly in their eyes.
Oh God.
I'm flying over you.
And they want us to, like, I just got a comment today, and they're like, it's just like, you guys are asleep. I'll call for an uprising. The things he says are legit. I was like, I hadn't seen this video yet. So.
He's woke. That's
Well,
what might say.
I mean, whenever his proof is, just look around, man. You'll see it everywhere. I mean, how can you deny that?
Take a look around.
I look around.
What you talking about now?
I don't see the nitrogen gas in the atmosphere, but I know it's there. Does that mean I'm like, more woke than he is, or am I like more asleep?
I don't know.
You're more asleep. It's not actually there. That's Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
There must be some type of appeal, like feeling like you know something other people don't. Like I think that's just kind of like you're part of the secret club. It's like, oh, we're the ones that are really informed, or some bullshit like that, or I don't know. Like
it's not.
Yeah.
It's not
You're not
Dunning-Kruger, but it's close. I forget what the term is.
But it allows you to be part of a
Fucking
group
stupid.
that has the special stuff. We're like,
There's a specific complex for people like that they think they have like information that people don't. Like there's an actual disorder for that. And I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it's close to Dunning-Kruger. Like there's a lot of very close symptoms.
Does Justin Derby have that same thing?
Besides, he's from New Jersey. He gives a
Derby.
Old New Jersey, always churning out the best people we know.
of course.
Real fucking winners.
All right.
Hey, you can use your blue barrel for
They're so
anything.
good at
You
what
put
they
dog
do.
food in it. Or
I
wine.
didn't name names.
How hard is
Not
that
named.
barrel to drag up into people's attics? I wonder.
It's not that
Just
hard.
out
They're
of
pretty
curiosity.
light when you don't fill it up with anything. But then the second you start
Well,
filling up, it just collects so much stuff. It gets heavy. That's why they're so
Maybe
good.
it's-
They're so useful.
Maybe there's a safe in this one. I don't know. Gotta
Really
be
hope
careful.
people
Those things
know
are
what I'm
heavy.
doing.
Blue barrel blowjobs.
$3.
blowjob.
That, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever get offered a blowjob for $3.50, they did not vaccinate beforehand. Just gonna go ahead and let you all know.
Like how Anna perked up when someone said blowjobs. I'm just of all the things to catch in this conversation. That was
There's
the
a
thing
few
that
things that get me to pay attention, all right? It's a sexual act or mention of drugs. Like, that's the two
Yeah.
things that will get my attention.
Oh my god.
So if someone hypothetically mixed the drugs with the sex acts, they would have your complete attention.
And everyone else's.
Until the
I feel
drug
like
hit.
there's a story somewhere that we're missing.
Maybe.
Leave her alone. We'll leave her alone. We'll leave her alone.
Oh shit.
I'm not judging her at all. I'm not judging her.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and go into cringe zone so we can get these two videos out of the way. Then we get to fucking pick on Billy for a bit.
Oh,
Sweet.
yeah.
That's my favorite part.
Oh, hell. Tasty nice.
And he can't wait. So thank you and
love
thank
this.
Nero for your
Love it so
service. I
much.
appreciate it.
Absolutely. If I could I throw a PSA out real quick?
Real quick.
Just the remarkable nature of these dogs and them being highlighted in the news creates a huge demand by people that frankly shouldn't have them. If you see the coverage and you decide I want one of these dogs, either buy a finished trained, fully trained and finished dog from a professional, or just don't get one at all. That and Epstein didn't kill himself.
Okay, thank you for that commentary. All right, Mike, maybe more on that later. Oh, shit!
King of the memes.
Wow.
So seamlessly done. An expert at his craft.
Did not expect that. Top tier, sir. Top tier. 10 out of 10. Would fuck. Would bang. That was great.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
You can tell
that
he
tops
was
every
there.
meme.
Yeah.
Oh
You can tell
man.
he's like, fuck, I'm gonna go for it.
That down, all I saw was Fox News, and I was immediately concerned. What?
Oh gosh.
He said Epstein didn't kill himself live on air.
After a rant about not adopting dogs you're not prepared to own. It was just so smooth. God damn.
Really?
Get that man a butthole phone case right now. He deserves it. Fucking
Give him a
bravo.
blowjob.
Yeah.
A blowjob.
One that costs more than $350.
Yes.
$450.
A dollar
Oh my
increase.
God.
You
That's
pay the extra
American.
$1, I don't use my teeth.
Wow. Does he take them
Your
out?
grandma you been talking to.
Pictures?
Have you been talking to your grandma?
No, Von Helton or Brett Keane. And also, she's super dead. So if you're getting a blowjob from her, gross.
Make sure you get
Look,
that
one of my
vaccination
brothers-
first.
There's two
That's
victimless
talent,
crimes.
I'm
Masturbating in
pretty
front
sure
of
it
an
just
open
sounds
window.
like mayonnaise. You're putting your hand in a mayonnaise jar at this point in time.
Oh my god.
Thank
Sounds
you.
like wrestling. Grill on track.
Oh.
That was the
I
episode of
can't,
Corn.
Oh man.
Oh man.
People are gonna have a
Don't
lot
worry,
of stuff to look at after this.
Yeah.
Also, fuck cancer. There you go. Nailed it. Full circle.
Yeah.
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 That link is still down there, guys.
Exactly.
Wow.
Oh,
Fuck cancer. And Von Hilton's mom's mouth, apparently. Yeah. It's fucking dial up.
Every time I talk to my cable provider, you want that landline? No, bitch. Stop it.
Fuck off.
Yeah. I don't want the phone. I have a cell.
Stop.
Yeah, and it's like the only time I would ever need it is to find my phone, but I can talk to my Google Assistant and it finds it for me. Stop it.
You're the only person that I know that routinely asks that thing questions.
Yeah, I don't even have one.
That's because I'm cool.
I mean, we'll go with that for now. If that helps you sleep at night.
It does.
Billy's gonna be the first guy to get a fuck bot as soon as they hit like regular market.
Nah.
I wouldn't even be mad at him for that. At least he could ask it legit questions instead of what's the name of fucking Moby Dick's, the ship in Moby Dick. Like that's,
It gave us the right answer.
She also called his dick Ahab.
But
Or whatever.
to be fair, when I
Whatever you
asked
want it
how
to be.
long, to be fair, when I asked it how long Hitler was in power for, it just started going off on the fact that Hitler was Mein Führer. So I was like, ugh, Google, stop it.
Not right now,
people
Google.
Who don't know the context to that are going to ask questions.
I got a video
we
on my
were
channel
arguing
if
over
anyone
who was
needs
more deadly.
context.
Oh man. Poor
Well, who's more
Anna.
deadly?
Well, no, it's between Hitler and Stalin. We didn't know who was in power longer.
Ah. Well,
What
who would
about
win in
Mao?
a cage fight? That's the question. Stalin or Hitler?
Stalin. I got to go Stalin.
Stalin, hands down.
Yeah. Yeah, Hitler would get those hands.
Would he?
Gotta say. I think so.
I think the surprise winner out of all of it would probably be Mussolini.
And the Blue Meanie and Cowboy Curtis and John B. the Genie.
Oh Lord.
You're up next, Billy. I'm tagging you in.
I don't know that.
Yeah, I figured you did. Drop the ball again, Billy.
That's all
What
right.
the fuck did we just listen to? What was that? I didn't catch. What was that? Is that a rap challenge to people? Is that what's going on here?
Sure.
It's the Make America Great Again rap challenge.
Oh,
Which even
okay.
when they're people of color do it, they turn out white.
And they're actively making America worse doing it. That's the weird thing.
I believe that.
So is it supposed to
believe that.
appeal to a particular demographic?
I think
You know what? Maybe.
I
He's
think
a fan
so,
of the
but
uneducated. So all the uneducated, that's the demographic.
Well, now that Yeezus is a Trump guy, I think he may be following in his footsteps.
Oh,
That's what's going
yeah.
on here.
Don't change his name to rap
Jesus
Christian English something. Something like that. I don't know.
He'll be back
Oh gosh.
as soon as this novelty of Kanye doing Christian music wears off. He'll be back.
Yeah.
We'll be back before
The
Anna
real-
gets her internet fixed.
Yeah. That actually, the picture you're seeing right now of her, that's the next album cover. Like right after the whole Jesus thing doesn't work. That's it. She's posing right now.
I do.
Her roommate's Kanye West. Put the internet bill in his name. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and end the show. Mel Drag, go ahead and shout out your channel. And guys, this link for the fuck answer is always going to be in this. So if you guys want to donate it to any time, you definitely can. So we'll just keep it. We'll definitely keep it around. So we'll keep promoting it during other shows just until we can get up to the actual 3,000. I think we raised about, including the super chats that I'll send in once we get it, it's about 85 so far. So
that's not bad. Awesome.
Tis a start. Very nice. But yeah, we'll keep promoting that in episodes to come.
Awesome.
Fuck yeah. I'm Dragnauct. I got a shitty channel where I do commentary on people on the internet who are stupid. In between that, I do biochemical research with plants and amino acid synthesis and shit that people don't care about. My channel is linked below. If you want something to listen to and feel better about your life, sure, go ahead. If not, might not be your cup of tea. No sweat off my balls.
There you go. Well, I'm scientist. Well, I do mostly science stuff, but I also have a comedy show on Sundays, which happened just before this one, called Oral Audacity, where Doc Savage joins me, and we have a different guest on usually each week, and then it's just smart people riff on bad science. Today we talked about, oh God, I've already forgotten what we've talked about. See, I told you I have the memory of a goldfish. But we had Hannibal and Monty on. There we go. We had Hannibal and Monty on, and then we were working through, is boomer the new N-word, and white fragility, and all of the studies associated with white fragility. But the previous week, Frank was on from the Geek Room, and we talked about Dr. Scott Perlman, who made me very angry. But yes, check it out. YouTube.com/scientistfilm on Twitter. I have a website with merch. I donate proceeds to charity. So, particularly for people who have bad behavior on the internet, I put their stuff on t-shirts, and then I donate all the proceeds to charities. But there you go.
Good shit.
Yeah,
Got 'em.
It's fun. Thanks for having me on the Geek Room, guys. It's always fun.
No
I always
problem.
like laughing at stuff.
No problem.
Fuck yes. Good stuff. So yeah, I guess it's time for me to do a little quick shilling. First and foremost, before I say anything else, if while we're doing this whole fuck cancer thing, if you're thinking about donating anything to us, for the time being while we're doing this, send it over to the link in the description. That's first and foremost. But if you do want to support the show, past that, we do have a Patreon for the channel. We have a Patreon for our producer Bull, so you can support us that way. We also have a join channel button, which I think we're lying and telling everyone we're a gaming channel to have that. I'm not really sure, but you can join the channel, and there's some pretty cool little emotes and pre and post shows that come with that as well. Also, guys, merch is up at Teespring. That link's below. Our Amazon affiliate link is down below. Everyone buys shit off Amazon. Don't you fucking lie to me. Use our link. We get a little kickback of the proceeds. Doesn't cost you a cent extra. And yeah, all of our social media links are down below, our website, and links to those who support us, because supporting them supports us. So yeah, I guess that's about it. Yeah, I for one would just like hopefully a follow-up on the next episode. Who is that internet bill's name going in? And other than that, I'm fine. And yeah, Soup Plantation. We're officially brought to you by Soup Plantation. So there you go.
Awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna go put my
Thank you,
face in
guys.
some tortillas.
Yeah. Let's go ahead.
That goddamn tortilla soup.
All right. See you guys later.